Hey, this is going to be a reading for the third person who offered a reading, who I'm doing the experimentation on, and this is for the user 2Reapers. Now, before I start your reading, I want to draw attention to a card that, basically when I was shuffling my deck, this card showed up basically like this. Everything was, all the cards were on their back or whatever, and this one card just was the only one in the entire deck that was faced the wrong way. And that to me is a big sign that it popped out for you. The card that popped out for you is the Devil. Now I want to be serious for a moment. This card is basically sending me a message totally separate, or maybe even having to do with the reading, but this is basically a big sign that you need to look at your life right now and figure out if you are being tempted or led on, or if there are some addiction that you have, and look at yourself and ask yourself, is it helping you or harming you? Because this card doesn't just come up willy-nilly for anything. This is a card about addictions. And I don't know what it's pertaining to, but you really need to look at yourself and figure out if this is going to be helping you or harming you in the long run, and figure it out, because this is a warning sign. So I just want to get that out of the way. And my lights just flickered after I did that, so I don't know what is going on with you and your addiction or the whatever it is, but please, please, please try to figure that out and try to get yourself straight or whatever, 'cause man. Now I have to say, Reapers, you have a very interesting reading. It seems to go one place here and someplace kind of different here, which is, it happens fairly often, but it's just pretty interesting. You got two cards that kind of also mean kind of similar things, so I'm guessing they go together. First, your situation is Judgment, which, as I've said in past readings, is basically about something in your past that you need to deal with in order to move ahead. You feel like perhaps there's really something is bothering you, and you really need to bring it up and deal with it, because otherwise you're not gonna get anywhere that's good. It seems either this has to do with some sort of boy who seems like he kind of is fairly rich in some way, or it could have to do with some sort of fresh something, some sort of fresh income, like new income, something new that has to do with feeling rich in that way that I described before, emotionally, physically, spiritually. And it seems the foundation of this is you seem like you were developing something out. Maybe you had a new job and you were developing bigger and better ways to find money, or maybe you found something that really made you feel good and you were developing it out. And it seems in your recent past, whatever this was that was in your past, it seems like things were stable, like there was a lot of emotion there, there was a lot of love. And this is your recent past, and maybe it's ebbing away, but there's definitely something about your past that is haunting you, I guess would be the best word for it. And something needs to be done about that. Either you have to put it behind you, or you need to bring it up and figure out what to do with it. Where you're headed seems to be the lap of luxury, the Nine of Cards, which is kind of like your orchid has come to fruition, you know, like everything's going pretty well, and there's this rich woman with a raptor. I mean, basically, she's living in luxury. And that might be where you're headed, but you have to keep in mind that living in luxury doesn't always make you happy, and you're going to have to keep your eyes open. Because when people live in luxury, sometimes they aren't aware of things around them that aren't going so well, I guess would be the best way to put it. So it seems like this is where things are heading for you right now, or maybe you're already kind of in la luxury and you're not seeing that things might be not going so well. And it seems incoming influences are the Eight of Cups, the leaving things behind card. It might be that you might be leaving some sort of time in your life that was very familiar to you. It might have something to do with this past. It might even have something to do with luxury. Maybe you're going to be heading for luxury, and then it's going to be short-lived, and you're going to be leaving it. But it seems like what you know now is about to change. It seems like you definitely have a lot of change coming here if you're willing to leave it and go on. And it's probably going to be a pretty hard journey for you because you seem really attached. But in the long run, it's going to be better off. Now with these four cards, it seems like there's kind of a different story going on here, but perhaps it will make more sense to you. For how you are feeling, you have the King of Wands, which is basically you feel pretty motivated and ambitious. This is a very career-driven person, so it seems like you kind of know what you want to do with your life, which is pretty good. And from how it seems people are influencing you, it seems like they kind of feel like you really know what to do, and they're egging you on too. This is the Victor card. This is the hero coming home from battle, and people are like, yay, let's party, let's drink to your praises. Like, it's a pretty good card. It seems like you know what you're doing, and people are not going to try and get in your way because they see that you really know what you want to do. But it also kind of seems to me that your desired outcome is you want something new with your life. And I can't blame that. I can't blame you for that. Maybe with this other area, maybe you've been totally content doing what you're doing, but maybe you just feel like you need a change. Something new, a new idea, a new beginning, a fresh perspective, I guess, if you will. But there's nothing wrong with that, even though it seems like where you are going now is pretty good. But I don't know, it seems like there is a change coming, and you definitely have to deal with something in your past. And the culmination of this is that you will find something really new and fresh that you're gonna really fall for. As I said, the Ace of Cups is a very emotional card. It's about emotions welling up in you for something new. So maybe you're gonna fall in love with something new that's really gonna change how you see things. Maybe once you leave all these familiar things, like this card says, maybe you'll find something new that you'll fall in love with. But it seems that once you get on this path, you kind of actually are really driven and know where you're going with it. I would just be careful, because it seems like from some of these cards, it seems like you get on your path and you don't always see the pitfalls. So I'd just be careful. And whatever is in your past, I would bring it up and see if it's going to help or if it's going to hurt you if you keep on thinking about it too much, if that makes any sense. And also, whatever you are addicted to, and I don't know if this is maybe in your past or if this is the thing that you need to deal with, but you really be mindful of this. You really need to figure out what it is and deal with it. So, I hope that helps, and I wish you the best of luck on your way. So thank you. Blessed be.